This is Grow Omaha Uncut, where you can watch our radio show, including what goes on in the commercial breaks. And be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Well, good morning and welcome to the show. Jeff Beals here at your service. Glad that you have joined us on this beautiful summer morning. This is the only show in the metro area that talks about what we discuss: business expansion, real estate, construction, economic development, really anything related to Omaha becoming more vibrant and more prosperous. Big shout out to our sponsors. Our title sponsors are Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym, along with Dingman's Collision Center for metro area locations. Without any further ado, time to bring on my co-host, a legendary real estate deal-making machine from NAI NP Dodge, Trenton Magid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jeff.
Well, good morning to you.
It's a fine July morning.
It is, and I tell you, midsummer is a great time of year, and it's also a great time to keep up with what's happening in town. And we want to remind everyone to make sure you are checking growomaha.com every single day. We put new content on there regularly. In fact, our newsletters that come out every Thursday afternoon that are so wildly popular, every one of those newsletters is kept in perpetuity on growomaha.com. So if you ever want to go back and see something that you missed or reread it, everything is on there. So many resources. Yeah, very searchable.
Put in keywords.
Yeah, and it's absolutely free. You know, some media is subscription-based, and a lot of these subscription-based media are getting very, very expensive. That's not the deal here. We provide our newsletter, and we provide everything online for stone cold free.
Thanks to our fine sponsors.
All right, well, let's go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. They are the premier mortgage company in town. And I tell you, they're not a bank, which means they are not beholden to any one lender. They have a lot of them. They can shop the market on your behalf. Holly Schneidewin and her team over there do such a good job of listening to you, finding out what it is that you're trying to accomplish with this house buying search, what you need and what's unique about you, and then they do their best. Doesn't matter whether it is VHA, FHA, or conventional loan or some other of the specialty ones, they'll take good care of you. You can find them in person at 114th and Davenport or online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, getting into our news today, the first thing we want to do is tell you that leasing has begun at the Monaco. And Trenton, some people are probably thinking, Monaco, what's the Monaco? This is a 5-story apartment building that we've been talking about for a while that is at 1508 Marcy Street. It's on the south side of downtown. And one of the things that's really cool about this is that this was on the fringe of going into that kind of little industrial area over there. So it's unique to see a cool built from the ground up building on something that was very recently a brownfield site.
Yeah, really. It's redevelopment and kind of infill, actually, and Marcy's close to Pacific Street.
Oh, yeah. And so if you are downtown on 15th Street, you would, it really just a little bit south of Leavenworth, and you can go ahead and find it pretty easily there. So the city of Omaha is making a lot of progress with MECA, Metropolitan Entertainment Convention Authority, working together on things in and around the CHI Event Center. There is currently a pretty impressive project underway, a 94,000 square foot addition on the east side of the convention center. This will create 25 more meeting rooms. And this is important because as the years have gone by since the CHI Center opened in the early 2000s, some of the competing cities in the region have added more convention space.
Or build new ones.
Or build them new. And so we compare very favorably when it comes to arena size, trade show space, like where they have the home and garden show and all that sort of stuff. We do really well with hotel rooms adjacent and attached to the convention center, but we had fallen behind a little bit on meeting rooms. So this will be helpful in order to get us up and running. The city of Omaha has made a $100 million commitment to that project that's currently underway. $75 million of that project, though, is privately funded. So this expansion is happening nicely. Also, a couple other things related to Mecca and that facility and the area around it. Right now, the city and Mecca are going to kick off a project in which they will examine parking in and around, trying to determine how many stalls are necessary. There have been some changes with parking around the CHI in Lot A, which is kind of on the lower back corner, call it the southeast corner of the facility. Some of that parking has been lost to make way for the vehicle maintenance facility for the future streetcar project. And then there's been a lot of talk about redeveloping lots B and D. Lot B is the one that is bordered by the Chai itself, Hilton Omaha, Charles Schwab Field, and what is the baseball village during the CWS to the west. And then Lot D is the biggest one, which is north. Well, there's been a lot of talk about, should we put another convention hotel on part of Lot B and then replace the stalls with a parking garage? Should we put some sort of development or attraction on Lot D and replace the lost stalls with a parking garage? And so basically what's going to happen there's going to be this kind of study or basically a master planning effort that is supposed to be done by June of next year, so almost a year from now, and it'll kind of determine where we might be able to go when it comes to redeveloping that area.
Yeah, and let's not forget the possible addition of retail, ground floor retail in some of these areas. I know during the College World Series, they'll interview Old Market restaurants and retailers. They say, well, we don't get as much activity this far south, but if there's a connectivity and there's more retail, it could be good for everybody.
Absolutely. And also in that general part of town, two new businesses are coming to the northwest corner of 16th and Cumming Street in North Downtown. Right on that corner currently is a very nice restaurant called Ellie's Chinchorro, which is Caribbean food.
Good stuff.
Right just to the north of that space and attached to it, two interior renovation permits are on file for a 2,000 square foot commercial building. The exact address is 910 North 16th Street. So like we say, attached to and on the north edge of Ellie's. The businesses opening in that building will be 910 Wine Lounge and Lit Cigar Bar. Probably nice additions to that area as it becomes more and more of an entertainment destination. Well, the state of Nebraska has chosen the city of Kearney for the fifth and final Good Life District. And they beat out Papillion in order to get this. Kearney's Good Life District will be on 200 acres of vacant land surrounding the city's Sportsplex building and will include retail, restaurants, attractions, all developed by a private developer. As you know, if you're a regular listener, Good Life districts are intended to attract new industries, generate employment, strengthen the economy, and really pull in people from out of state in particular to consume retail and entertainment services here. 50% of state sales taxes generated in these districts goes back to the city in order to assist the developer in funding the project over a 30-year period. The other approved districts are, there's one in Grand Island, and then the other three are all here in the metro area. Bellevue, which is where the water park is going, Gretna, the controversial one around Nebraska Crossing, and Omaha, Avenue 1, 192nd and Dodge.
Yeah, I think that it's understandable it went to Kearney. A lot of people probably think that the applicant was going to do something on 370 because that's a big corridor.
The Papillion applicant?
Yeah, and I believe it was a couple hundred acres on Capehart. But I get it. To have three of the five in Sarpy County was probably a tough get.
That may have been a little bit seen as a little bit greedy for one county, but we'll see how that all plays out. There's still a long ways to go with these Good Life districts becoming what is envisioned, but we certainly hope that they will.
And let's hope these projects, my concern is that a lot of these projects are incentive driven rather than demand driven, or we need this. You know, a lot of the placeholders that some of these developers show seem pretty aggressive. I mean, yes, there's some big gas station convenience stores, but showing a 50,000 square foot convenience store, and it's got a lot more than convenience store, obviously, and 200 gas pumps in Gretna seems like it could take it's just not necessary.
You're saying it might be a bit ambitious?
Yes.
We'll see how it all plays out. The Greater Omaha Chamber hosted its annual Select Tour during the 2025 College World Series last month here in Omaha. The Select Tour brings some of the nation's leading site selectors and corporate location advisors to town. So these are the people who influence and determine, where a company's going to locate, where a factory's going to be built, where a distribution center might be. So they're extremely influential people for cities that want to grow their economy. They get wined and dined a lot. And so basically, the chamber here in Omaha, their version of wining them and dining them was to really impress them with everything the city had going on during the CWS. And from everything we've heard, it went over pretty well. Trenton, you may not realize this, but back in the maybe 2005, 2008 era, I used to help out with Select Tour.
I remember that.
Do you really?
You loved it. You were giddy.
Oh, yeah. We wined, we dined.
And what's cool about it, though, think about how everybody in the city has contributed to making it a lot easier for those site selection people to see what's happening. And they see a trajectory, not just the stuff that's built, and we're incredibly more an ambitious city and forward-thinking city than we were 20 years ago. Any exposure, we get great exposure. We don't have the swim trials anymore, unfortunately. The CWS is extremely important, but we're getting a lot of regional and national conventions and sports. A lot of people don't even know about them, but we do get a lot of bookings.
Well, that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, when you're listening to Grow Omaha on the radio, you sometimes may hear a commercial for RENZE, the leading provider of exhibits and displays and graphics that companies use in Omaha and beyond. And we're going to talk about a partnership that has been created earlier this year, RENZE and Window Optics, and what it might mean for business here in Omaha and how it might be able to help your business. So stick with us. That will be an interesting interview that's coming up right after this on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
1800, what year?
1895.
1895?
130 years.
Has it been in the same family?
My grandfather bought it in 1935, so no relation to RENZE. We just kept the name,
It was the brand.
It's been known.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't want to sign body parts stuff when you're in public. People think you're a big backer.
Yeah.
Kind of
Gentlemen, can we move this a little bit?
Yeah.
Towards it? Can we just a little bit? There we go.
When you both
No, we're
talk,
good.
though, you both got to get right on
Yeah,
it.
got it. Okay.
Don't
That's
touch your
what
lips.
he said.
You won't recover from that.
Yeah, you don't want to be part of that lip fungus.
There we go.
You're still applying cream, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's been 20 years.
I get shots.
Yeah. 20 years.
Yeah, the middle piece is still, the knuckle is still.
There. Ow.
Can you pull it forward and then back down?
What are you?
Chris loves to say the word knuckle.
I do. Yeah, it's my favorite word. Hey, your middle knuckle's in the way.
He's big into origami too.
Yes. I can make a swan like nobody does.
Metallic acrobatics.
You know what you call a Filipino body contortionist? A manila folder.
Do you want the people to hear that? That's racist.
Oh, racist. You can use it.
I'm just looking at my messages. Doug Buchanan, 817. Doug!
More in and then get you just around the corner.
Doug, you were 17 minutes
so you're on
late.
the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Perfect.
All right. Great.
Doug, you were 17 minutes late. You're supposed to be late.
That's all right. How old were we?
Did you call it 7:55 or did you call
No,
it?
for some reason it said 8 o'clock. I don't know.
I think I said that. What was it? 8:17.
My brain.
We're here.
My brain thought 8:55. My fingers typed something
Was
different.
your show on Sunday?
That's all right. I said to Taylor, I said, you just want to make sure we weren't late.
And you're probably thinking, gosh, the last time I was on the show, Jeff didn't show up till about 5 till 9.
I didn't even remember that. That's funny. We did say that I'm not so sure why we're here so early.
Yeah.
Show prep.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you ring the doorbell or?
No, I knew it was locked.
Oh,
so,
okay. Bill, were you just down there or something?
Yeah.
How'd you
No,
find
Bill-
these guys?
Bill
I had to
came
park
in.
out front.
Oh,
Yeah. We were watching them stripe the street. I had to move my Mini Cooper so they didn't put a stripe down the middle.
When we
Well, it could be a
started,
racing strike.
Yeah,
Racing
good.
strike
That's exactly.
when we started this
Where's your park,
company,
Jeff? I didn't see you
or
in
this
the lot.
the show,
over
we were on K car, which is now
We
Coil
probably
Ugly,
took Stephanie's car.
1290
Oh, yeah.
at the other
Nice
30
park.
seconds.
station, and we had a guy named Bob who would go out to the bars and just get back at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and just sleep. We'd have to wake him up to get the board
First,
operated.
first, we didn't know he was in there, and the first time it was like 2 minutes before the show started. We're like, where is he? So we started looking around, and we saw a lump under a blanket on the
10 seconds.
couch in the dark lobby.
You guys know, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Uh-huh. You want to check this a little bit? All right. Feeling very professional. Check.
Yeah, if you put your hand on each other's knees, that'll help.
We're on there.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beals and Trenton Maggot at your service. We're brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center along with Cheer Athletics. Cheer Athletics is the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym. What the heck is all-star cheer? Well, it is a rapidly growing sport, gaining so much popularity. It's going to be in the Olympics in 2028, and it's one of the best ways for kids to learn how to be involved, learn leadership, physical fitness, and competition. The Omaha location of Cheer Athletics is just southwest of Highways 50 and 370 in Papillion. And if you want to find out more, just go to caomaha.com. That's caomaha.com. Well, RENZE is famous here in Omaha for doing trade show displays and corporate branding. Been around for 130 years. And we've had Doug Buchanan, the owner of RENZE, on our show in the past. But earlier this year, RENZE has teamed up with Window Optics to provide more and greater services to its customers. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. And with us, we have Doug Buchanan and Taylor Gautsche, who was with ran Window Optics. And gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Good
I
to have
really,
you here.
I really appreciate it. You know, I want to congratulate you guys for the success of Grow Omaha. It's really been fantastic.
Thank you, Doug.
I know
And
you recently told me about your users and how they've been growing. That's fantastic.
yeah, we've been very happy that our traffic numbers on growomaha.com, which more than they went up from 23 to 24 by 229%, and they're trending double that now. So
So that's fantastic. We're really proud to be a part of it.
Far more. Thank you for your support, and far more traffic just the first 6 months of 2025 than all of 2024, and
Yeah.
and it just keeps growing.
That's great.
Well, Doug, give us a little overview of RENZE and this new partnership with Window Optics, and then we'll introduce Taylor.
Yeah, you bet. Well, you know, RENZE is, we're celebrating this year our 130th year, which is really fantastic. And you'd already mentioned that we build exhibits, we do interior branding, and we do, really spectacular event graphics. And that's been a lot of fun. You know, the College World Series is huge for us. Of course, the Berkshire Hathaway meeting is also huge project for us. And so recently we've got some things going on at RENZE. We're building a new 40,000 square foot addition to our plant, which will take us up to 130,000 square feet. And we've got a new president. My son, I'm proud to say, Scott Buchanan is our new president. So he's the fourth generation of our family after my grandfather bought the company in 1935. So he's the fourth generation to run it. And it was actually Scott who brought to me Taylor, sitting to my right here, Taylor Gautsche. And Taylor developed a product called Window Optics. And Scott was working with Taylor on some nice big projects. I think one we've got coming up is the new Mutual Tower.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be really exciting for us. And it's just a great fit. You know, we've got another brand that we have in the RENZE family and called Garage Graphics. So the window optics powered by RENZE has just been a really great fit. And Taylor is now our expert on all the great things you can do with window film. So,
well, let's hear about that, Taylor. Give us an idea of how you started it and how it fits in with RENZE.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me here this morning. So I had started Window Optics in 2019, and we had started the company to help with sun control film for residential customers. The business grew very quickly into the commercial industry with other sun control, privacy films, and safety and security. So Window Optics does window tinting. We specialize for residential and customer projects and buildings.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how it works. What is the process for doing window tinting?
Yeah, so very somewhat similar to automotive film. We in the industry call it flat glass. So we apply window film to residential windows, commercial windows. We use it a lot for heat rejection, glare, for fading, and for safety and security purposes as well.
Are there graphics on it then?
On the decorative part, there definitely can be. One of our partners that we work with offer hundreds of different styles and textures of window film.
Okay, so you also do. What about that? I've heard of called switch glass, but now they have a film that does that where it goes opaque. Is that part of what you do?
Yeah, that switchable film is becoming pretty popular these days. It is powered by a low voltage electric current. So basically, you push a button or flip a switch, and it activates to where it's full opaque. Pretty interesting product.
Huh. So, Taylor, when you were talking just a moment ago, you referred to safety and security film. What's that?
Yeah, so safety and security film is a clear polymer film that is designed for bomb blast mitigation. It is designed for security for schools, banks, jewelry stores, smash and grab. A lot of that film is clear. It is offered anywhere between an 8 mil and now up to a 24 mil. So what that film is designed to do is it is designed to keep the glass intact in its frame. So for a school, for example, in an intruder situation, that safety film allows that glass to stay together within, anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes instead of seconds. So you're really gaining those precious minutes to seek safety. It is not bulletproof. It is more designed to have some brute force behind it, some tear-resistant properties, some break strength. So it's a very unique product that has really been engineered and developed over the years, and has become, unfortunately, it's become quite popular for school districts.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's become necessary. So if I understand you correctly, like if I could just punch through a regular window in seconds, it would take me like minutes of having to pound on that glass before I'd be able to break through?
Yes, exactly. It's designed to withstand, bullet holes and forces with an axe, a baseball bat, a crowbar.
Jeez.
I mean, it could take, a strong person a couple of minutes to actually beat on that before you get a hole through there.
As opposed to windows shattering and get shards of glass and all that kind of things. How is Window Optics, how do you partner with RENZE on different types of projects?
Yeah, great question. So RENZE is really plugged into the commercial industry throughout the country. And so we had started working with RENZE last year with the Mutual of Omaha building with some specialty films. And one of them being 3M is one of our partners. And we were offering, again, some safety film for the new Mutual building and some other different window tinting for some sun control film. We now have the ability to kind of join our clients together to offer more product offerings. And so the window film industry is definitely it is a large when we get into the commercial buildings. We have the ability to help with glare control and heat rejection, and also we can take the outside of these buildings and we can make them look a lot cleaner and a lot nicer with some film, so we don't have to see all the blinds and desks inside.
So it seems like LED lighting over the last 15 years or so has really proliferated, I assume because of cost and the technology and changing the colors and stuff. Do you complement those, or do you get involved in that kind of stuff?
With LED lighting?
Well, LED lighting. So when you look at buildings downtown, they'll light it up blue, the Woodman Tower blue for Creighton games or something like that. Does RENZE or Window Optics, do they play with those, or is that something different?
I think that's something a little different when it comes to those type of graphics.
But it all complements the look and feel of the buildings. Does insurance come? Do you save money on insurance if you have some of these security films?
Yes, I believe some insurance companies do help with some of the buildings when we do the safety and security films. It's also big with some of the hospitals with bomb blast mitigation.
Another minute here with Taylor Gautsche from Window Optics, powered by RENZE. Taylor, if any of our listeners and a lot of the people who listen have businesses or make decisions for companies, if they wanted to explore using these services, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, you can simply just give us a call or email us, and we'd like to set up an appointment with you to come out, bring our samples out there, kind of measure the space, and figure out what your needs are. And then we can definitely, with one of our 5 partners, we definitely have a window film that will fit your needs and within your budget.
And then you mentioned Mutual of Omaha being a high-profile project, and you've worked with a lot of school districts. Other than that, I assume you probably like to talk with architects or anyone else that, in particular, they should get to know you.
Yeah, we definitely like to work with architects, home builders, commercial builders, and we have done a lot of work with Pella Windows and Doors. Again, just kind of offering more options for customers.
Okay.
What's the website?
www.renze.com.
All right,
Okay.
That's Taylor Gautsche, Window Optics, powered by RENZE. Doug, real fast before we go.
Yeah, I think the only thing that came to my mind is, and Taylor can back this up, is that I think with older glass that is not tempered, our films can bring that glass up to code.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. And we can also take some of these older commercial glass and we can apply film on there that doesn't interfere with the visual aesthetics inside or outside of a building. And we can kind of bring that glass back up to the Energy's codes.
all right. Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us, and congratulations on this very cool new partnership. Sounds like it's good for both companies.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Doug Buchanan from RENZE and Taylor Gautsche from Window Optics, powered by RENZE. Going to take our middle of the show break for the news, and when we come back, we will have our Noddle Company's commercial real estate development spotlight, and we're going to be talking about development plans in Little Bohemia. A lot of development plans. So stay with us. You're listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Cheer Athletics and Dingman's Collision Center on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
So I have 3 windows. Sorry.
Well played, yeah.
Thank you.
As always.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't worry about it.
Good to see you, man.
Question. So I've got like 3 windows in my kitchen, and it looks over the driveway of my neighbors, and we've never put blinds or anything on there. Do you have a product that just they can't see in, but we can see out?
We can definitely help a lot for that during the day, but at nighttime,
Night's
so
the
light
problem.
dependent. that you
So
can
if
see-
we're light inside, they're gonna.
Yeah.
you can still see inside.
Okay.
Yeah. You can double layer that, and it helps out a little bit. But during the daytime, yes, 100%. You can block a lot of
Is
that.
that a mirror? Will they just see a mirror, or will they see?
Yeah.
Do you have a card? I know where to find you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I know, and I'm trying to do business spotlights for both.
Credit card's fine.
You guys are calling.
I don't think I have it.
Oh, I know where to
I'm
find
sorry.
you.
This is Krista
You're
Gilson.
on, I figure you're on the website.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my
Thanks,
friend.
guys.
I don't know what the
You
next
bet.
event is.
Yeah.
Well, we always appreciate it.
I don't know either.
Taylor, I'm glad we know you now.
Yeah.
This partnership makes so much sense.
Yeah,
I'm
glad to play a part.
I'm glad you guys are connected.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Bye.
guys very
All
much.
right,
Have a
enjoy
good
the weekend. So for the Nautil Spotlight, what are we going to say?
Did you see my text?
You said something about a quiz or something like that?
No, so look at.
How do we do this?
Here, look. Fucking Sam was on Instagram. You know, you can tell people are on Instagram.
And that industrial builder was that. Remember you sent me that message that said
So-
I sent it to you instead of Sam.
Yeah.
But actually, I did send it to Sam for some reason. Just split it to you separately. But I did send it to Sam, but I never heard back.
Okay, so here, look at this. If you go to, just pull your phone up on your text. So,
Is there any news though? Like maybe
yeah,
is there
but we can go back to all the campuses and everything that they've done.
we could do that. Let me check Interrail and Exarban to see if there's anything newsy.
Yep. That helps. See you, man.
Oh, you know what?
Colombian authorities arrest alleged leader of Italian mafia in Latin America.
Okay, so this is something. There's that Open Omaha thing. I don't know if I know enough real fast.
Yeah, that's the thing where you go and you learn about all kinds of
Yeah,
different
and
things.
Scott Dobby sent us a note about it.
And Nautil helped sponsor it, I think. We talked about this last time, a year or two ago.
Yeah, maybe that's what we can
That's
do.
fine. That's
Okay. Let me pull up that email from Scott Dobby about Open Omaha, and we can look at the two of them and kind of cover it together. Where did he go?
Omaha by Design, Open Omaha. A free, community-wide open house featuring dozens of local businesses, historic landmarks, sacred sites, creative spaces, and other hidden gems. Curated to inspire, build for all ages, and free to attend. Open Omaha invites attendees to explore our community where architecture, design, and innovation come to life.
Maybe he sent it. He sent me an email about this. I'm trying to
It's August 9th.
August 9th? No, yeah, I mean the email though. He
The event.
emailed both of us and has the way he wrote it was really easy to say what it was. Let me see if I think he sent one to my NP Dodge email.
Tired of walking into a dull and uninspiring workspace? Want to inject some life into your environment? Look no further than RENZE, the local company that produces stunning interior branding. From eye-catching murals and window film to recognition and history walls and more. We have the expertise to transform your space. So,
Wrong one.
whether you're looking to impress
Do we know-
clients, boost morale, or simply inject some personality, we've got you covered. Check us out today.
Oh, there it is. There's Scott's message. Okay.
That's RENZE.com.
I'm not sure they're a sponsor, though.
But this is what they have on their Facebook page. It says Interrail Food Hall. Join us for Open Omaha.
Oh, they're a
They're a featured venue.
yeah,
Okay.
a feature event. There you go.
Okay.
August 9th. Yeah, because I don't see Nautil as a sponsor anymore.
Okay. Their featured venue. So what we'll do is I'll mention that, and then I'll come here.
And if you want, you can do that, and then I can say some of the property. The Catalyst is on there.
Some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, because we'll highlight
Things that you can go see without having to pay to go in them. Steelhouse Omaha,
or like it's also I think
the Bregenz House. Ooh, yeah.
the what?
You don't know?
The Bregant House. I never heard of it. It's probably just architecturally significant or something like that.
Squirrel Cage Jail. Is that Council Bluffs?
Mm-hmm. Have you not been there?
I don't think so.
I never have either. I've lived here all my life, and I've heard it's just like awesome to go see it. Have you ever been to the Squirrel Cage Jail in Council Bluffs yet, Chris?
Is that a bar or is that a restaurant?
No, it's an old jail. It's a resort, and it was a round, multi-story jail in which the bars are like, it looks like a cage I guess all jails
Or a
do.
squirrel wheel where you'll run off.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah,
I've never been there.
we should do an official Groma outing to the Squirrel Cage Jail sometime.
Where's Bill?
You should do a live there.
Live remote. We're live. We're live from the Squirrel Cage Jail.
All right, here we go. We're gonna
Sorry
walk
for the
outside.
reception.
Put Trenton behind bars. Don't feed him.
I'll get out.
Escape artist.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beal sitting next to Trenton Magid. And this is Grow Omaha. We are brought to you by Cheer Athletics and Dingman's Collision Center. You know, we've had some storms lately, and
Oh my
if
gosh.
you got a little bit of hail
Nightly
damage,
storms for a couple days.
yeah, or let's say something fell on your car, God forbid, just go to Dingman's Collision Center. They'll take very good care of you. There is no other body shop in town that does as well, that treats people as well, and treats people as fairly. You can choose from 4 metro area locations: 120th and Maple, Midtown on Saddle Creek, 144th and Industrial Road, and downtown Papillion. All do a great job. Best of Omaha award winners so many times they've lost track. Dingman's Collision Center, proud sponsor of Grow Omaha. All right, folks, it's time for your commercial real estate development spotlight of the week, in which we talk about things happening in or around one of the many Noddle Companies developments or projects all over the metro area. And Noddle Companies has been a very loyal sponsor of this program for so many years now. And Noddle Companies kind of sponsors a lot of things. They're just
they
a
do.
good community player, but they're a big-time developer. You know, so many of the big projects, whether they're nice office buildings or places and spaces that we all love.
Campuses.
Yeah, like Sarbin Village and the Builders District and so many more. Those are Noddle Companies projects. And we salute Jay Noddle and his team over there for doing such a great job. You can find out more about Noddle Companies by going to, easy enough, noddlecompanies.com. Well, today we're going to talk about Open Omaha, and to start this conversation, we're going to zoom in on the Interrail Food Hall, which is part of Exarban Village, Noddle Company's probably highest profile Omaha project. And Open Omaha is a community-wide open house coordinated by Omaha by Design that features dozens of local businesses, historic landmarks, even sacred sites, creative spaces, kind of Omaha's hidden gems. And it is designed to kind of inspire and give people a behind-the-scenes look at inside or behind or around a lot of these very cool projects. Well, one of them that's going to be on this year's Open Omaha, which takes place on August 9th, coming up in less than a month, is going to be Interrail Food Hall at Exarban Village.
It's the tastiest site you can go to.
Yeah, you can explore the space, learn more about the food hall history, and experience what it's all about. And so anyway, this Open Omaha has been going on for a few years. And Trenton, what are some of the other places in addition to Interrail Food Hall that will be on the tour this year?
Well, if you go to omahabydesign.org, you can get a complete list. But places that you may not have gone to or you don't want to pay to get into, a lot of them are always free anyway, but you can go to Steelhouse Omaha, CHI Health Center. You can go to the Dizzy Mule, the new apartment complex with ground floor retail near Millward Commons. You can go to Girl Scouts Dream Lab. Check out that cool HDR building in Exarban Village. You can go to the Hot Shops. You can go to the Bemis Center for Contemporary Arts. And you can go to Kaneko as well.
So if you want to participate in this, August 9th, it goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. To get started, just go to omahabydesign.org/Open Omaha. That's omahabydesign.org/Open Omaha. And that is your Noddle Company's commercial real estate development spotlight of the week, brought to you by Noddle Companies. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about Little Bohemia. Trenton, Little Bohemia is... as an emerging district a little bit south of downtown. It is centered on and spreads out from the intersection of 13th and William. 13th and William is where the old Bohemian Cafe was for many, many years. Is now a very cool redevelopment. But a lot of things planned for this little Bohemia district. And we have a nice article about it on gromoha.com written by Isaiah Ong. But basically, Clarity Development, done a lot of projects here in town, is going to do a great deal of work, both historic renovation and new construction. So I'm going to go through a few things. And if you're not familiar with the area, you may want to go either read the article or take a look at a map at some point. But if you are familiar with the area, you'll hopefully be able to follow along with this pretty well. Little Bohemia has just become so popular that this is really, really encouraging. So first of all, we're going to see some historic renovations on the northwest corner of 13th and William. A lot of people are familiar with the old donut stop. That's going to be renovated. There's a building right on the corner that at one point in time was home to kind of a restaurant bar type business called Golden Goose. That building is going to be renovated. Just west of there, there are two historic houses. One is at 1316 William, the other one next door, 1318 William. These buildings will be renovated, and they'll have ground floor commercial space and then apartments upstairs. These houses go back to the 1880s.
Wow.
So it's a real nice historic renovation there. All right. Then on top of all that, there's going to be some new construction right there in that area. And I'm not going to get into the exact address here and there because there's lots of little, lots in that area where they're going to have stuff built. But $34 million worth of new construction. One building will be a 153-unit market rate apartment building. That will be west of 13th. We're seeing another 3-story apartment building, a couple other, a 2-story apartment building going that area. And then there'll even be a 10-unit apartment building on the east side of 13th Street. So put it all together, what we're telling you is that when construction is supposed to start this fall, big changes. Little Bohemia, an area that's already considered pretty special and pretty cool, is going to become even more so.
And I love the density that they're talking about as well. It's amazing how we're not just destroying neighborhoods and building all new. Remodeling comes into effect and keeping the character of these corridors and these places. And it helps with the housing shortage. And it gets people to come back. I grew up about 97th south of Center Street. So that was West Omaha. Still is.
At the time.
Yeah. Now I live farther west, but there's so many reasons to come back to the core.
Yeah, and we're certainly doing a good job of it, and that is just one of many examples. Well, it's now about 9:48, which means we have to take our final break of the hour. And when we come back, it'll be time for your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things really fast. So stay with us. There are cool things on the list. I'm looking at it right now. You're listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Perkins Kreitzer Construction, Dingman's Collision Center, and Cheer Athletics on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
So you're gonna sue Falls?
Yeah.
Check out Lockbox Stores, will you? I think it's on the main drag.
On the list.
No, I think you'll see it on the main drag.
Oh, okay.
It's on the highway.
I'll see what
I hooked up with that guy
I'll see what I can do.
Something be thrilled.
I hooked up with that guy from NAI that's there that was at the convention, and he's there's another storage thing. I think Jeff is using it.
Oh, yeah? Good. Yeah, they have a real good office up there in NAI Sioux Falls. Really good office. Good people.
You speak up there a lot?
No. To them?
Yeah.
Oh, one time for them, but I've done some other programs in Sioux Falls, but
Yeah.
Maybe a handful of times over the years. Over 18 years. Okay, where are
I was not real impressed with Yankton, I tell you that.
Sorry, anyone from Yankton. We apologize.
Well, part of my family's from Yankton. They had the big.
I noticed you don't live there anymore.
The Fantals. They had a big.
I noticed they
department store
left.
there. They had a monkey.
They apparently left.
There was they had a big watermelon eating contest every year, and
He's backpedaling. Oh, I love Yankton.
well, they also gave 40 acres to the city for the city park, and their one caveat was they have to build a swimming pool for the children. And they did that. That park's still there. Those thanks.
Cool.
There was 3 families there that really contributed, and they built a huge bridge like in the 20s in order to get people in and out.
Hold that thought. Bill, how much time will I have till music?
Probably about, let's see, 51, 52, about 5 minutes.
Okay. 5 minutes from start to music.
Yep.
Okay. They built the bridge over the river?
Yeah, what happened
10
was
seconds.
Is that the double-decker one?
they didn't want to wait for the state.
Is that the double-decker?
Yeah, probably.
I think they just took that out of
Here we go.
service not too long ago. It was there for a long time.
Well,
It's the Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things very, very fast. Thanks to Perkins Kreitzer Construction for making this possible. They are a general Class A contractor based here in Omaha, serving all of eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. Shoot, they'll even go out to North Platte or up to Sioux City. They cover quite a big area. Dave Kreitzer is our good buddy there and runs the place, does an outstanding job. Perkins Kreitzer Construction has a group of project administrators, managers, superintendents, carpenters, laborers, the whole team. Many of these folks with more than 30 years of experience in the construction industry. So if you're thinking about building a new building for investment purposes, like a multi-tenant building, shopping center, office, something like that, call them. If you are on the building committee for the place where you go to church or your place of worship and you need a new facility there, call Perkins Kreitzer Construction. Or if you even need to build out space in an existing building, they'll take care of that as well.
Remodel.
You can find Perkins Kreitzer Construction online at p-cconstruction.com. All right, we've got a couple of children's businesses in Gretna. The first one is N&N Learning Tree Academy, opening at in a retail center just southwest of Highways 6 and 370 in Gretna. Was a daycare space for a long time. Now it's going to be kind of a kid, like a preschool, but they actually do education programming even up to 12 years old. And then the other one in Gretna is called Wander Plus Wonder Kids Play Cafe. And it'll open right in downtown Gretna, next door to a recently opened hair salon called Prim Studios. And this will be one of those places where, the parents can go and have coffee or pastries or whatever, and the kids will have all this indoor play stuff. And so a lot of people are excited about having that come to Gretna. Now we change our focus to one of my favorite subjects on earth, fried chicken. And with that, Trax Lounge, new West Omaha location, opening this Wednesday, coming up Wednesday, 11 a.m. This is some of the best fried chicken you'll ever have. They have other things as well. The original Trax Lounge operates at 1506 South 60th Street, has been there for 60 years. It will continue to be there. This is a second location in far southwest Omaha. All right, Trenton, we've got La Plaza Fiesta. A Sioux Falls, South Dakota-based Mexican restaurant is taking over the former El Vallarta, which closed just recently, earlier this month at 124th and West Center Road. That building has been a lot of restaurants.
yes, it has.
Was once a McAllister's, was once a Hooters, may have been something else. I can't entirely remember. But anyway, this restaurant is coming in there, and we'll figure out what that's all about. Now, I love the name of this next place. It's called No Good.
No good.
K-N-O-W, good. No as a knowledge, no good.
See how he did that? See how they did that?
It's a bakery and brunchette. It's a concept from the owner of Sweet Magnolia's Bake Shop. And No Good has opened. It is at 35th and Center Street in the building that was once home to the restaurant Sunnyside on Center. No Good's menu features house-made bagels, sandwiches, artisan toast bowls, pastries, and coffee from Archetype.
Yum.
Next, we have Gimme the Scoop. A locally owned Italian ice food truck will host a grand opening July 26th for its new physical location inside Huskerland Popcorn, 2305 North 90th Street.
Do you frequent food trucks?
No. Stories Coffee will host a grand opening and ribbon cutting July 15th at 155th and Spalding, just north of 156th and Maple. I have no problem with them. I just don't get to them very often.
Me too.
The VIP Lounge, longtime local bar, is moving from 90th and Arbor Street to 8505 Frederick Street. I believe that was the space that was Gaida's restaurant for many years.
Yeah, and then it was Wild Bird. Or there's
The Wild Birds, yeah. Lovisa recently opened a store at Westroads on May 16th. It's from Sydney, Australia. They have locations in 40 countries. They sell on-trend fashion jewelry at ready-to-wear prices. And then finally, we have Golf Galaxy is opening at 120. It's basically the address is 122nd and K, but it's in the L Street Marketplace. They're taking over the former Bye Bye Baby.
Is that the same one that used to be at Westwood?
I don't know. But with that, the music is playing, and it means we got to get out of here, Trenton. So we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Anyway, appreciate everyone joining us today. I'm Jeff Beals.
And I'm Trenton Magid.
You've been listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, Cheer Athletics, and Perkins Kreitzer Construction. We'll chat with you next week at 9, right here on News Radio 1110 KFAB. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.